and ultimately bring things into the home stretch for this evening of boxing. From the United States, out of the red corner, he is Lenroy Thompson. And from the blue corner, out of Belarus, he is Viktor Zuyuev. Let's take a brief look here at their resumes. Lenroy Thompson, not bad, 2008 national champion, 2009 5th place in the USA Championships, 2010 he took 2nd place in the USA National Golden Gloves and 1st at the USA National Champs qualifiers. He's a member of the World Series of Boxing team, the Los Angeles Matadors. He also boxed in the USA Golden Gloves, the national tournament this year, grabbed 1st place at that, as well as the USA National Championships where he grabbed 6th place. And to get him to this point, he placed 1st at the USA National Olympic Trials. So he's been boxing since 2005. He's from Uniondale, Long Island in New York. They call him Cam. He boxes out of Turner Ringside Club, 189 centimeters, 110 kilograms. Looking out of the blue corner, Viktor Zuyuev from Belarus. He was at the 2003 AIBA World Championships in Bangkok, where he placed 3rd. 2004 Summer Olympic Games in Athens. He placed 2nd with a loss to the Cuban great Adlanier Solis. 2005 AIBA World Championships, he lost to Luis Ortiz from Cuba. Moving on, in 2007 AIBA World Championships, he lost to Vitalijus Subasius in Milan, and he was an Olympian in 2008. The Beijing Games, he lost to Clemente Russo from Italy in the preliminary round. 2009 AIBA World Championships in Milan, placed 3rd with a loss to previously seen Roberto Camarel. So both of these boxers with a dearth of experience. The edge in international and world experience goes to Viktor Zuyuev. However, Lenroy Thompson, a man on a mission. Thompson in the red corner, Zuyuev in the blue corner. The referee is going to issue a caution to Thompson. And Zuyuev starts to press the action. Both of these boxers are hungry for London. Zuyuev would like a return trip to the Olympics. As we said, he's been there twice before, consecutively in 2004 in Athens and 2008 in Beijing. Lenroy would like to get there for his first time. And who's standing in the way of it right now? A man who wants more. He wants his 3rd visit. And Zuyuev lands a big right hand to the head, and down goes Thompson. Looks like the referee is going to consider that a slip. Thompson's going to get to keep going here. Zuyuev, strong kid. A whipping right hand by Zuyuev. Left to the body, or right to the belly, and a little wrestling tactic, and down goes Thompson. He'll get up quickly, and Zuyuev will apologize to the referee, and action resumes. Zuyuev clubbing forward here. And now we see Thompson pushing his man back. Zuyuev keeping the pressure on, though. Thompson looking a little off balance here. Let's see if he can't regain some composure here and try and take the edge. Slipped in a nice right hand there, but back comes Zuyuev, pushing him up against the rope. So Zuyuev and Thompson doing battle here in the center of the ring. The referee going to issue a caution to Zuyuev to keep it, to Thompson to keep his head up. And Thompson's going to throw a right hand, the lead right to the body. Not a bad decision. It landed with effectiveness, but Zuyuev, not to be dismayed, is going to continue coming forward. It's going to take more than that to stop the train from Belarus on the fast track. It's been making express stops since 2004. Stopped once in Athens, stopped again 4 years later in Beijing, and it's looking to make its third stop in London in 2012. Thompson throwing some wild right hands, lead right hands that don't do him any good. And you're going to see Coach Joe Zanders, head coach of the USA team, get up on the apron to offer some words of advice to his charge, Lenroy Thompson. Take a look here at the action from the last round, and you'll see Lenroy fighting with his back off the ropes. He starts to circle away, but he gets caught with a big right on the kisser, and down he goes. The referee called that one I believe that's the punch that the referee called a slip, or refused to give a standing 8 to Lenroy, but it looked like it may have actually been the result of a strong punch by Zuyuev. That said, it's somewhat immaterial. If the punch landed, it landed, and he would have gotten points for it, regardless of whether or not he got the standing 8. Be that as it may, Lenroy comes into this second round with a 6-4 advantage. The referee calling the coaching staff back for Thompson, most likely to adjust his chin strap, and as he does so, it's his hair it seems needed to be placed back. The referee's going to send Zuyuev to the neutral corner, as technically the round had already began. And now Thompson and Zuyuev pick up where they left off. 6-4, the American has the advantage, and Zuyuev coming back. This would be an extremely impressive victory if Lenroy Thompson could slip through this and get past the difficult and experienced Viktor Zuyuev, the dangerous Viktor Zuyuev. He's fought some of the best in the world for many years. Lenroy bends forward as he pushes Zuyuev back a little bit. Zuyuev takes a right hand cross by Thompson fairly well, and Thompson now swinging for the fences, and Zuyuev doing a good job avoiding much of that. And now Zuyuev has Thompson up against the ropes, and he's going to start to let his hands go, and let's see how well Thompson could play the possum. The old rope-a-dope, a big right hand by Zuyuev lands square on the jaw, and so does another by Thompson, starting to show some signs of life here as he's really racking up some points here. Excuse me, Zuyuev. Thompson was the recipient of 2 big right hands by Zuyuev. So now the referee's going to let them come back together again, and Thompson may be getting a little tired here. Looks a little bit winded. Halfway through the second round, he's still throwing his punches. They just seem to be more flailing at this point than compact and concise. Zuyuev keeping himself well composed. Referee's going to separate them a bit. Right-left combination by Thompson. And Zuyuev is still pressing the action, so it's going to be an interesting score at the end of round 2, in my opinion, because it looks like Zuyuev has gotten slightly the better of Thompson as through now. And if so, it could be a very exciting third round if the score is very close, as it seems it may be. Thompson eats a right hand as he's looking away. The referee looked like in the process of getting Thompson's attention when Zuyuev connected with that right hand on the left side of Thompson's face. A stiff right uppercut, a hook uppercut by Thompson. And now it looks like Thompson's going to get issued a warning. Yes, he will. People in the crowd yelling that it was his head that got pushed down, but still, just the same, the ref is issuing a warning against Thompson. That's not good. For a moment, Thompson heard a bell in the other ring, thought that was for him. Quickly realized it wasn't, and down goes Thompson from some roughhousing in the center of the ring by Zuyuev. applauding left and a right, a chant of USA coming from the crowd. And now they lock up. Rights and lefts by Thompson. Unfortunately not doing quite enough damage as Zuyuev is able to keep Thompson at bay. And with the warning that went in favor of Zuyuev, I wonder if indeed Zuyuev will have taken the lead going into this third round. We're going to find out any second, and he has. Look at that. It's the very same 2 points that the Belarus boxer was awarded through the warning that gives him now a 2-point advantage. It would have been a tie score. We knew he was coming back anyway, or so we thought. That would have kept it at a tie, but now with the warning, Thompson finds himself down 2 going into the third round. He's going to really have to turn the tide if America is going to be able to send him to London, at least vis-a-vis this tournament. He still may have an opportunity again in the heavyweights and super heavyweights. I believe it's 2 boxers instead of 4, like it is in the lower weight classes, that will get to go, perhaps if they lose to the man that wins. In this case, Thompson may still get a shot of qualifying in this tournament if he loses to Zuyuev, if indeed it's Zuyuev that goes on to win it all. And that may be his only chance, given the fact that, as I understand, in the American system, for those boxers that don't qualify here, that there's going to be another box-off back in America between now and the Continental qualifiers, where the American team may take the approach of, well, listen, if the guys we sent to Baku weren't good enough to compete or place at the world level enough to get the ticket, the license to go to London, then maybe we need to give other boxers in their weight classes a chance to fill that void. In which case, a box-off to determine what other amateurs in the American system may be better suited to go to London, and therefore to go to the Continental qualifier, which for the Americas will be in Brazil sometime in early 2012. Be that as it may, Lenroy Thompson hopes it doesn't come to that. He hopes he doesn't slip in the back door by losing to Zuyuev and Zuyuev then winning. No, Lenroy Thompson wants to win this on his own terms. He doesn't want anyone to win it for him. He wants to beat this man, and the only way to do that now is to stay active. He's got to throw more punches. He's got to be more aggressive. He's got to perhaps employ slightly better defense. He's taking too many shots that he need not take, and he certainly needs to avoid taking any more or getting any more warnings. The referee now is going to, as if the referee heard me, is going to issue another warning to Lenroy Thompson, or is that a standing 8? Excuse me, my apologies. He actually issued a standing 8, which isn't nearly as bad. Just the same, Thompson still needs to stay on course, and he needs to be more aggressive here. He was down by 2 going into this round. There's a nice charge by Thompson. He's got Zuyuev up against the ropes now, although Zuyuev has turned the tables right there. A wild right hand by Zuyuev. And the referee is going to again caution Thompson. The right and the left by Zuyuev. And now another standing 8 count for Thompson. So clearly these punches by Zuyuev are finding their mark, which means that they're more likely than not getting registered by the officials at ringside. Thompson's starting to get a little sloppy in there. He's probably quite tired. He's in there with some real world-class competition in Viktor Zuyuev. And down goes Thompson. There's a push. You heard it from the crowd. Up he is with 30 seconds to go. And again, this is going to start to get sloppy as both of these boxers perhaps getting a little tired and worse for wear. The referee cautioning Thompson to not basically lean on the ropes the way he was.
The world number 471, men's welter, 69-30.
Down goes Thompson again at the bell. He's going to have him get up, but it's more perfunctory than anything else. That's the end, and we're going to get these scores tallied up in just a moment. And there it is. The victory goes to the Belarus boxer by only a 3-point margin, 18-15. Viktor Zuyuev gets the victory. So Lenroy Thompson, he was game. He had a spirited attitude, and he did the best he could. Unfortunately, the best wasn't good enough right here tonight against Viktor Zuyuev, and this one is in the record books.